The word nostalgia has been thrown around a lot lately. We all feel nostalgic for something, whether it be a movie, TV series, video game, or even music. And nostalgia can be a great feeling since it can remind us of better or simpler times. And now that I'm slowly getting older and reaching my college years, I like to look back at my early childhood and revisit stuff that I used to enjoy all the time. And a lot of this stuff just so happens to be related to the internet. Yeah, go figure, a guy who talks about internet stuff all the time has nostalgia for it. I had a strange childhood. And it's nice looking back on creators I used to watch religiously, like Stampy, DanTDM, Popular MM, and even... You know what, let's just stop.
Cupcake?
But a channel that I think everyone has at least heard of from the old days of YouTube has got to be Smosh. I'm sure we all know about Smosh, right? The series where two goofy and probably autistic guys named Ian and Anthony get into wacky hijinks and sometimes make music videos. Man, I love these guys growing up. They brought me so much laughter over their dumb and silly videos. Now granted, looking back at their older videos, they have not aged greatly, but let's not focus on that. It's been well documented over the years that Smosh had a pretty dramatic downfall, which is very long and complicated, so to make things short, Defy Media buys Smosh, their productions become a lot more professional, but the quality with the writing kinda goes down the drain. Anthony decides to leave Smosh due to him just not enjoying it anymore, and the show's quality goes down even further until Defy shuts down, leaving everyone at Smosh out of jobs. Thankfully, Rhett and Link from Mythical Entertainment buys out Smosh, and the quality is still kinda shit, but you know, they're still alive at least. But all of this changed on June 23rd of this year, where Ian and Anthony decide to officially buy Smosh from Rhett and Link, and become the sole owners of the company again. And after that, people started praising them again, saying that Smosh is finally getting better and that classic Smosh is finally back. Now this is all fine and dandy, but this did get me thinking, is Smosh actually getting better, or are we blinded by nostalgia? Now I know using the term blinded by nostalgia is a very big term to be throwing around these days, but I want to take an honest look at the current Smosh videos and see if there's been any actual improvements. But first, what made classic Smosh so great in the first place? Well, let's find out. Now there seems to be a lot of debating on if old Smosh was even good in the first place, so after binge watching a lot of their older videos, I can confirm that while they are good, they are products of the time. Like, some of their older videos are very outdated. If you want a time capsule of what the early 2010s was like, then just watch some of their older videos and you'll perfectly find out. Now, would I call these videos bad? No, not at all really. Sure, they are outdated and some of the humor has aged very badly, but god damn it, these videos are just charming and fun. Like, I found myself laughing at quite a few of the jokes. They can be so random but hilarious. But what I found really charming about this series was Ian and Anthony themselves. The two have really strong chemistry and they bounce off each other almost perfectly. Even the side characters like Ian's mom, Stevie, and whoever this guy is, are all very enjoyable to watch. There's no corporate feeling to these videos whatsoever. They're just fun videos to watch. Very stupid and outdated for sure, but I can never call them terrible. Unfortunately though, things will take a pretty bleak turn for the worst. In 2011, Smosh was acquired by Alloy Digital, later rebranded to Defy Media. Now at first, things went kinda smoothly with Defy. Ian and Anthony were still pushing out the content that they enjoyed making and they were making a profit. But like most big media companies, Defy was pure evil and would slowly take control over the channel. They made a load of side channels like Smosh Games, Shut Up Cartoons, and even L Smosh, which were decent enough. Like Smosh Games started off pretty good, then became shit. But it was clear as day that Smosh was no longer a channel run by two friends, but it was now a full-on company, and the biggest change happened with the main Smosh channel. The productions became more and more professional, with Ian and Anthony being pushed away from the creative side and merely becoming the faces of the company. They were barely involved with the writing, directing, or even editing. Everything was in the hands of Defy, and because of this, their videos became a lot more generic and safe. Defy wanted to appeal to the YouTube algorithm so they could make that sweet ad revenue. The skits even became less focused on Ian and Anthony, and more focused on these Disney Channel actors that Defy brought in. And they were not bad actors by any means, but they were not really given the best material. And the pinnacle of Defy butchering Smosh came with their new series, Every Blank Ever. This series just annoys me on a personal level. They are trying so desperately to be hip and relatable with their teen audience, but they somehow fail constantly, and the humor in these videos is unbearably cringe. What's annoying though is that there are some good concepts and ideas here, but they go with the most safe and generic jokes you can think of, which I do kind of understand. You gotta get that ad revenue coming in, but the Every Blank Ever series was a nightmare to watch. Videos like every Snapchat ever or every Instagram ever comes off as a corporation trying so hard to appeal to their young teenage audience. Plus, they have some very weird videos like every cat ever or every bird ever. Who wanted these? I think the best way to describe these videos is that they felt soulless. All the charm they originally had was just gone and had been replaced with corporate greed. Things only got worse when Anthony left the channel in June 2017 due to a lack of creative freedom on his end. Then, a year later, Defy Media shut down. Yeah, this was a pretty big deal since they didn't tell anyone that they were shutting down. It was a shock to everyone at Smosh. Even Ian, who was basically the head of Smosh at this time, had no idea what was going on. By the way, Defy is just a shitty company in general that had a lot of shady things going on, so good riddance.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Now thankfully, Rhett and Link from Mythical Entertainment would purchase Smosh for $10 billion and become the main producers. And for the next few years, their content was still kind of the same, honestly. They eventually stopped doing sketches and would switch to these unscripted challenge type videos, I think? I'm not too sure, honestly. I think they were having some financial troubles and couldn't afford to produce sketches, which are fairly expensive to make. So they opted to focus on series like Let's Do This, and The Funeral Roast, and other strange videos that were very cheap and easy to produce. Like the cameras are already in place and the sets are all there ready to go, which already makes this way easier than scouting out locations and setting up equipment. The channel would produce this type of content for a while until June 20th, 2023, when they announced that Ian and Anthony had both acquired Smosh from Red and Link and were now the sole owners of the company again. Which brings us to today. Anthony has officially returned to Smosh, and both him and Ian are back to creating comedy sketches again, and they have gotten nothing but praise from fans, claiming that classic Smosh is now back, and that their videos are now amazing and all that jazz. But have they actually gotten better? Well, it's great to see Ian and Anthony back on camera together. I think we should take a more critical look at their most recent sketches and see if they are actually getting better. First, I would like to talk about the stuff that I enjoyed, and obviously it's gotta be the humor. Looking at the humor in the new videos and comparing it to how it was years ago, it's night and day, honestly. The videos they made with Defy had jokes and gags that were the textbook definition of bland, but now they actually have some genuinely funny and even clever jokes, like jokes that I actually laughed at, which is fucking wild considering how unfunny their content had been for a while. And like I said earlier, I love the chemistry between Ian and Anthony. They just seem to click when on camera together, and I just love how they bounce off each other. Their chemistry kinda reminds me a lot of their older Smosh days. Hell, they even have lots of callbacks to classic Smosh, which is kinda good. But this is where my issues kinda start to come in. As I was watching their most recent videos, I noticed how they kept making very subtle references to classic Smosh. Like in the Demon video they referenced the Smosh movie. Like, hey, remember the Smosh movie, guys? Wasn't that movie terrible? Which it was so fucking bad, oh my god. But that joke wasn't too bad, just a bit of self-aware humor. But then they made a remake of their old Stop Copying Me video, like just a full-on remake. The whole video just feels like they're saying, hey guys, remember that funny video from years ago of us copying each other? Well, we just made it again. Isn't that so cool that we acknowledge our past? The video after this doesn't seem to have any nostalgic callbacks, at least none that I could find in the video apart from the thumbnail, which is kinda similar to their past video about getting robbed. But this is definitely the weakest sketch they've made. While the jokes do start off funny enough, they kinda start to drag them out, which just becomes annoying. Their next video after this is actually really good, and I laughed at quite a few jokes in there.
What if you have to pee? What if you have to poop? What if you have to
But for some reason, the sketch kind of reminds me of the sleeping pills video they made a while ago, where Anthony messes with Ian by drugging him so he can make wooden sculptures for money. I don't know, is this just me, or did other people notice the small similarities? Then the most recent video they made as of writing this is the Evil AI video, which is very clearly meant to be a subtle callback to their old Easy Bake Oven video. Like, I know one is about AI and the other is about a toy oven, but come on, you guys can see the similarities too, right? Like, the thumbnails are almost the exact same. They've made a few more videos in between their main sketches called Flashback with Smosh, and it made me realize that they are kind of relying on nostalgia to entertain their viewers. Like, most of the comments are going on about how their newer videos remind them of classic Smosh, which isn't necessarily bad per se, but honestly I would rather them make entirely new and original content and not have to rely on the nostalgia that their audience has. Hell, even on their homepage, they have the newer Smosh videos under the title Classic Smosh is Back. On one hand, I do kind of understand why they're doing this. It's been a while since they've both been in charge of making sketches, so they are probably trying to get their foot back in the ground and get a lot of their viewers back. But they don't need to rely on nostalgia to get views. I would love to see proper original content from them. Like, they are both incredibly funny guys, and I know that they are capable of producing some really great stuff. But I say we just give them some time. In conclusion, while I do agree that Smosh is getting better, they do have a long way to go. It must be difficult for the two guys trying to capture the magic they once had all those years ago. Again, like I said, they are doing good, but they can't rely on making nostalgic callbacks or having their videos be subtle remakes of past videos. But this is all just my own personal opinion, and I am nowhere near a professional critic or master of critiquing media. I just really enjoy funny internet videos and making videos on those videos. If you all enjoy the current Smosh, then that's perfectly fine. It's nice seeing Ian and Anthony creating the content that they want to make, and I'm positive that in the future they will continue to push out better and better videos. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.